What's up, everybody? So I've been doing Uber Eats deliveries now for about 3 years part-time, and one of my friends asked me for some tips because he plans to also drive for Uber Eats. So I figured I'll make a video to help other people out too. Alright, let's get started. I want to preface all these tips with something to keep in mind. Food is a human need. You're bringing people food that they like, and most people are already going to be thankful for your services. So you're getting paid to transport the food from the restaurant to the customer's home, but you're not getting paid to wait for the restaurant to give you the food, and you're not getting paid to drive to pick up the food. Efficiency with your time and decreasing your expenses is key to success. So here are some tips regarding preparation. This is before you even head out. Buy yourself a car mount to hold your cell phone if you don't already have one. Buy a phone charger if you don't already have one so you can keep your phone charged at all times. Buy an insulated food bag. This helps to maintain the temperature of the food as you transport it. And if you want to go the extra mile, buy yourself a pizza bag. Always carry snacks, water, your mask, disinfectant wipes, and hand sanitizer. You want to eat before you drive. If you don't, at least have a protein shake. Transporting delicious food and being hungry is not a good combination. When you're driving at night, clean your windows. Visibility is very important for safety at night. You can head to a gas station and squeegee for free. But for the cleanest windows, here's what I suggest. You can spray your window with soapy water and wipe down with a shop towel. Then go over it with some window cleaner and a microfiber towel. You want to keep the inside of your car clean in case the customer meets you at the car. Check your car's tire pressure before you leave. The front two tires should have the same PSI and the rear two tires should have the same PSI. Look on your car's door jamb. There should be a sticker with the PSI for your car. You want to create a schedule. So I deliver part-time and I drive dinner time Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The best time to drive in general is going to be lunch and dinner times. Get an idea of where the Uber partners are located. You want to position yourself near those Uber partners because the app is going to select the driver that is closest to it. When you go out driving, have a smile and a positive attitude. You are providing a service to people. If I'm having a bad day, I'm not going to go drive unless I can put on the smile. Yes, you want to dress comfortably, but you don't want to be wearing pajamas, sweats, bed hair, sandals. You want to wear comfortable walking shoes. Your back will thank you. So if you need some energy before you go out, consume some maybe some green tea, black tea, ginseng, B complex vitamin. I take a B complex vitamin that has electrolytes in it. If your anxiety is high and you need something to chill you out, take some L-theanine. Before you go online, here's what I recommend. To avoid GPS issues and app freezing, you want to restart your phone and you want to close all your apps. And of course, you want to turn off power save mode if you have that on. With regards to navigation apps, I recommend Uber Maps. The Uber Maps app has matured a lot. It's actually very accurate to finding the houses. Go online as soon as you're in the car. Sometimes I wait like 10 minutes in my driveway just to see if an order comes in without having to drive around for it. But then I drive towards the shopping center after that. So here are some tips specific to driving. I now drive with the music off in my car. Chill music makes me drive slower and energetic music makes me drive faster, which risks me getting a speeding ticket. I can deliver faster without using music because I am more focused. That's just me. So what do I listen to? The sound of my engine. Your velocity should be at most 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. Anything over that, you're going to risk getting a ticket and you're also using up more gas. To help regulate speed and conserve gas, I also use my cruise control a lot on the car. So when I can, I like to drive with my windows down because the AC puts a load on the engine and you're going to be using up more gas. Now let's talk about picking up the food. It's perfectly okay to decline some orders. If the estimate of the time and the money paid isn't worth it, don't take it. If they're paying you $3.20 or so for let's say 25 minutes of a drive, don't take that. At night, you may arrive when the restaurant is closed. If all the lights are off and there's nobody inside, it's definitely closed. If you arrive after its closing time but the staff are still present inside, the chances are your order is waiting. Knock or call if the door is locked. You don't want to wait in your car when you arrive, so go right in and request the order. If it's not ready, at least they know you're waiting and that can speed up the order. And while you're waiting, you can enjoy the AC and the Wi-Fi if they have it. Generally, you can get your food within 10 minutes. Uber says to give the restaurant 15 minutes if they're busy. 15 minutes, I believe, is the maximum that Uber wants you to wait. You can cancel the order at your discretion after that. Walking into the restaurant should be your first option, and it's usually faster than waiting in the drive-thru. This also helps to conserve gas, and it also decreases the wear and tear of your engine. Sometimes at night you don't have an option and you're going to have to go through the drive-thru. If the drive-thru line is long or your order is taking a long time, text the customer and let them know that there's a long line and you'll deliver as soon as possible. Do a quick check of the order details and make sure that they give you all the beverages. I have had situations where they forget the beverages. You don't really have to worry about getting extra napkins or utensils or straws. Most restaurants are really good about this. In fact, right now, a lot of bags are sealed, so you're not even able to put anything inside of it. I also don't worry about getting any extra condiments unless the customer specifically sends me a text message with that request. I try to send my customers a text message letting them know that I'm on my way when I've got the food. I do this especially for those that have written in the comment section that they want to meet at the door or at the car. When it comes to communicating with the customer, I primarily use text messaging. Unless there's urgency such as maybe a change in the order because the restaurant is out of a specific item, or because you're trying to find the home and you're lost. You do want to be mindful of where you place the food in your car. If you drive fast, drinks can tip over. So where do I keep the food in the car? In the passenger seat area. I don't put my food in the back because I take corners like a boss. And sometimes I need to put my hand on the food in order to make sure it doesn't fly around. If I have a big order that has drinks and I need to put the food on the passenger floor, I will position the bag of food closer to the front of the car and put the drinks between the car seat and the bag of food. Let's talk about dropping off the food. You want to read the notes and you want to follow the directions. If it says do not ring the doorbell, don't ring the doorbell. Sometimes you'll get complicated directions such as like special entrances into their location. When I first started, I would try to find a parking spot, but now I just pull up near the house and I stop on the street and turn on my hazard lights. So make sure you have your Uber stickers in the front and the rear of your car. There are times when only one car fits on that street and you have no choice but to block that street. Turn on your hazard lights, make it fast. I don't pull into people's driveways. I think that's rude. When I'm dropping off the food, I turn off my car and I take my keys with me. I have seen one story where a person was delivering and their car got stolen because they left the car on with the keys inside. I don't always fully lock up the car and roll up the windows because there's nothing to steal and I'll have the keys with me. Some townhouses can be tricky if the bushes cover the addresses. Some apartments are missing the numbers or letters on the doors. If that happens, if you can't confirm the address, call the customer. To help find addresses at night, look for curbside numbers or the numbers on the house. Slow down, view the app, rarely is it wrong. Also turn on your phone's flashlight and watch your step. If you're meeting the customer, address the people by their name unless you can't pronounce it. You want to greet people with a smile and you want to say UberEats for and the name. Tell them to have a good day, a good evening, a good night. If they say thank you, say you're welcome, my pleasure. If I'm dropping off the order at the door and the door is open and they can hear me, I'll say UberEats. If you're meeting the person, it does look better pulling the food out of an insulated bag in front of them, but it's not necessary. Most of the time, I leave the insulated bag in the car, but I'll bring it with me if everything fits neatly into the bag and it's easier to carry the food that way. So when you're taking a photo of the food, don't write long comments. Keep them short. Order at door, at doorstep, next to door. If you want to go the extra, put enjoy with a little smiley face, but it's not necessary. If the order note says leave on doorstep, but the customer meets me outside, I hand the food over and then I skip taking the photo and leave a comment saying hand it to customer. Sometimes I get restaurants that have just a bag and it looks like open. So what I'll do is I'll put a simple knot on the bag and it makes it look more presentable. You want to be mindful of where you put the food down on the door. If the door swings out, don't put the food right in front of the door, or else it's going to be hard for the customer to get out of the door to get their food. If you get a customer complaining about something missing in the order, direct them to contact Uber Eats customer support. One time I picked up an order and I didn't notice that there were supposed to be 2 drinks until I was already driving away. So I told the customer, they only gave me 1 beverage, go ahead and call customer support. Here are some other things that were on my mind as I was making this list. Don't aim for the highest quality of service with the expectation that you're going to get a tip, because you may be disappointed when you don't get it. Just be fast, be respectful, and be efficient. When you get a tip, send the thanks through the app for the tip. I do this after my shift, not during my shift. You want to track all your business related expenses and mileage for tax purposes, especially if you're working full time. So keep your receipts for the insulated bag, for the wipes, for gasoline, for repairs, for maintenance, for washing your car. When you're looking at your earnings, account for gas and self-employment taxes that you're going to need to pay at the end of the year. So don't go out and blow your money, because you still need to pay that self-employment tax at the end of the year. You know, when I'm delivering, I walk fast and I walk with purpose. Every minute counts. The three main things that I look at when I'm getting pinged for an order is the time that it's going to take me, the money that I'm going to get paid, and the city where I'm dropping off to. If I want to head back home, I don't want to select an order that's going to push me out farther and farther away from where I live. If you want to maximize your earnings, you will need to target those middle class and upper class neighborhoods. Your car will take on a lot of wear and tear just doing this job. So you'll want to follow the severe driving conditions maintenance schedule for your car. So that's all I could think of. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any comments, questions, or you want to share your tips, feel free to leave them below in the comments. Thanks for watching.